Until last night, Gray Zable was the only offensive lineman in football, in the NFL, without a pass blocking pressure on the quarterback. That is unbelievable, right? Now, in this video, I wanted to break down some film on Gray Zable. First thing I do want to say, though, is I just got my wisdom teeth out a few days ago, so if I sound like I'm talking really low or if it just sounds a little bit different, that is why. Hurts a little bit to talk, but I felt like I needed to get this video out for you guys because I love what Gray Zable is doing within this offensive line, and I feel like he is kind of changing the entire way this offensive line plays. They're much more physical and they're much more efficient when it comes to blocking, especially in the pass game. Now, with that being said, this is going to be an interesting play where they come out in 13 personnel. If you guys don't know personnel, you can have 13, you can have 12, you can have 21. The first number is always going to represent the running backs in the backfield. The second number is going to represent the tight ends, right? So we have 3 tight ends, 1 running back, 13 personnel. We are going to be in what we call a full slide of the offensive line. So everyone is trending in this direction as we get route down the field here. We're going to get a little bit of a corner route, and our running back is going to leak out of the backfield as well. Everyone is going to the left side of the field. Now, whenever you're in a full slide, it basically means you're zoning out to the left. So everyone is zoning to the left, and your man side is going to be protected by these man side tight ends. So watch Gray Zable in this play as they full slide to the left. He's going to do a good job kind of getting right in front and then does not allow any separation whatsoever until his tackle is able to come and help him out off the drop with the edge rusher. This dude is phenomenal at what he is doing right now, and there's no question he is one of the biggest upgrades to this team this offseason. I mean, he is so good. This offensive line was one of the worst in football last year. Gray Zable has changed every aspect of that. Now, I know this wasn't a touchdown. Still a great throw. Could have been one for Torrey Horton, but we're going to break down a ton of film. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. Let's just dive in. All right, this is one of my favorite plays from Gray Zable in this game. So they're going to be in what we call a scat protection. They're going to be in a slide to the right, and then they're going to have man-to-man to the left, okay? So essentially, what we're going to see here is this edge rusher is going to drop back into coverage. They're going to reach the point of attack on the interior to Gray Zable, and then they're going to break to the outside, okay? Now, what they're trying to do here is they're trying to get Gray Zable to overcommit and bounce out with this guy. As they do that, they're going to send this linebacker through that A-gap. But I want to show you, look at Gray Zable. So he's going to reach out, but his eyes go immediately back to his gap. Okay? So he blocks, he kind of passes him off, and gets back to the second level linebacker. I mean, guys, that can't get any better. That's a perfect threat by Gray Zable. Again, I apologize if I sound stupid. Melt this hurt. But again, allows us to find Elijah Arroyo in a one-on-one matchup with an edge rusher down the field. End up getting 32 yards on that thing. But this is so good. If you guys are a fan of the Seattle Seahawks, you have to be super excited about the future of this football team with Gray Zable. You have to be. He is so smart. Look at him. Look at him pass him off, look back to his gap, and then get there quick. Look at the athleticism. This is one thing that jumped out in college, yet the pure athleticism to get from one spot to another on a blitz and be able to mirror it, right? And then look at him. Look at him. They try to stunt 55 over. Boom. Gets right back over there. I mean, just not even 55 here. Right here. 79. Look at 79 try to rip through late. Gray Zable right there. Nope, you're not getting there, buddy. Such a good job, dude. This guy is a freak. A freak at the left guard position. He's going to be the centerpiece of this team. Okay, once again, unbelievable rep here by Gray Zable. They're going to be in a full slide to the right. They're really going to fake this toss to the outside as we bootleg out this way. But once Gray Zable gets locked into his opponent, dude, it is over for you. It is over. So on a full slide, we're going to act like we're going to get here, but then we're just going to get to the inside. Again, we're trying to really sell to these second-level linebackers that this run is actually happening. Okay, so we really want to really get out there, essentially. So as we do that, look at him. He's going to put this guy on the ground with a little bit of push. A little bit of a push, I mean, completely ruins that guy's contact balance. Puts him on the ground, and then watch this. As he gets back up, nope, you're staying down, buddy. I mean, that is completely and utterly unreal. Let's watch this from the other angle. I think Sam Darnold picks up like 25 yards on this scramble. But again, watch Gray Zable really selling this run fake to the outside. And then boom, puts him in the dirt. Puts this man in the dirt. Tries to get back up. Nope. Right back to the dirt, man. it's unreal, dude. This dude, Gray Zable, is a bully offensive lineman. Like, he's just that good as a rookie. And look at the hustle here. Look at the hustle. Dude, when people said Gray Zable is going to fix this offense, dude, he is. The effort, right? As a rookie, he is showing his teammates how it's done. Dude, it's truly so fun to see. I love when you can find an offensive lineman like Gray Zable that can affect your offense, because I'm telling you, this offense didn't look this good in terms of protection-wise like this last year. Gray Zable, I'm telling you, he is perfect for them. With week 3 of the NFL season officially here, we have a really good matchup with Detroit and Baltimore for Monday Night Football. And I'm going to give you a play. Maybe we can 1,000x our money, maybe we don't, but we have an opportunity. Before we dive in, look at this, right? If you use my promo code DUBS, you're going to get a 100% match deposit. That is crazy, which means if you put down $100, they're going to give you $100 in bonus funds. If you put down 50, they'll give you 50. Whatever you put in up to $100, they're going to match. So you probably claim that right away. I'm going to start off with this Monday Night Football game. Jameson Williams, more than 47.5 receiving yards. This game has a 53.5 over-under, which is insane, by the way. So you can take a bunch of overs and probably feel pretty confident with it. I'm going to adjust Lamar Jackson's line to 200 yards. I think that's fair. Go more than 200 yards. I'm going to also, you can get a free pick, by the way. You know what? Let me throw that in there. Michael Penix, more than half a passing yard. That's all I need. And you know what? Let's just throw 10 to win 40. I think this is fair. And again, use my promo code DUBS if you haven't already done so yet, guys. Again, promo code DUBS and you'll get a $100 match deposit on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. Let's put that in. Let me know what you guys do for this week's slate of games. Okay, another solid play. They're going to be in a 5-man scat with the chip and release, 5-man scat protection. So they're going to slide in this direction. They're going to man-to-man here. Now, usually they like to zone to the opposite side of Gray Zable, depending on who the matchup is, because they do trust Gray Zable a ton in one-on-one situations. So they like to slide that center in the opposite direction. For this case, Calais Campbell, need it, right? Now, tight end's going to be on a chip and release. That's essentially your 5-man scat protection. Slide right, man left. Now, Gray Zable, once again, beautiful job setting up his quarterback, giving him time, mirroring this defensive lineman. I mean, again, usually you see these defensive linemen get a little bit of leverage early on because they're coming downhill as the offensive lineman's kind of just waiting for the punch, right? But Gray Zable rarely loses any ground. You can see he's got insane lower body strength to be able to maintain leverage pretty much every play. Doesn't allow too much ground at all. Again, usually you'll see guys lose like 3 to 4 to 5 yards off first contact just because they're coming at you so hard. Pause. But Gray Zable, dude, he's not him. He's not the guy you want to mess with. And this ultimately allows them to set up this one-on-one with JSN on a fade down the right side. You see the safety. He's going to bite up. Boom. Once he bites up, Sam Darnold knows exactly where he's going with the football. One-on-one opportunity down that right sideline. This ball is dropped into a bucket. Sam Darnold is probably one of the best quarterbacks in this division. It's maybe not even close at this point, dude. They got a steal in a quarterback, but they also got a massive steal in Gray Zable. I don't know how they did it, but they did. And yeah, they're just getting started. Another one. This is another great rep here. So as they snap the ball, they're going to try and reach the point of attack, but they're going to run a little bit of a stunt action. Get this guy to the inside, and then they're going to try to swing this guy around through that gap. Now, what they're trying to do is confuse the rookie, confuse Gray Zable. But what does he not do? He doesn't get confused. He does switch perfectly. Instead of locking onto Calais Campbell, who's running this little stunt action, he switches perfectly onto the guy he is supposed to be guarding, right? So he switches on perfectly, allows his offensive line to kind of slide in the other direction, and again, buys us enough time to throw this one-on-one back shoulder fade to JSN to ultimately set up the game-winning field goal for the Seahawks. Again, I do apologize. This shit sucks, so I'm probably going to end the video here. But, man, Gray Zable was everything and more, and then some. Right, you can tell he's the guy that initiates the snap as well. He lets the center know, okay, let's go. Right, look at this little switch. This is beautiful. Beautiful switch right there on a Dalvin Tomlinson. You know, it takes time for these rookie offensive linemen to get acclimated to the NFL play style. But for Gray Zable, it has been a smooth transition. Okay. Now, whenever you can be the only offensive lineman in the NFL with, at least 20 snaps played, pass blocking snaps, the only lineman in football to not allow pressure, besides last night. Last night was the first night he allowed one pressure. When you can be in that category, you know you're a good football player. So, yeah, they are set up really well. I love their future. They can keep Sam Darnold for a while. I think it's going to be this is going to be a good football team. So, Torrey Horton, by the way, I love him. Elijah Royal looks good. This team's set up.